Modern dating has never offered more choices. Dating apps, social media, millions of potential partners. But something strange happened. Young men are 3 times more likely than young women to report being completely sexually inactive. Marriage rates are falling, birth rates are collapsing, and record numbers of young people are single. So if we have more options than ever, why does connection feel harder than ever? This isn't another video blaming men, or women, or technology. This is an investigation into 3 silent revolutions that rewrote the rules of love, without telling any of us. And if you've ever felt like dating became confusing overnight, you're not imagining it. Here's the pattern researchers noticed. Between 2008 and 2018, the number of young adults reporting no sex nearly doubled. But here's where it gets weird. The decline isn't evenly distributed. Men are affected most. Young men are now 3 times more likely than young women to be completely sexually inactive. This isn't a moral panic, this is data. The popular explanation that dating simply became harder for men is too simple. Because 3 separate revolutions happened at once. Technology changed how we meet. Psychology changed how we connect. Culture changed what we expect from each other. Each revolution left a red flag we ignored. Let's start with the first one. In 2012, an app launched that changed human romance forever. Tinder didn't invent online dating. It did something more dangerous. It gamified attraction. Swipe left, swipe right. Same motion as a slot machine. Same dopamine hit. Every swipe promises possibility. Every match delivers. And here's what designers understood that we didn't. The goal of a dating app is not to help you find a partner. The goal is to keep you swiping. The paradox of choice. Psychologist Barry Schwartz found that infinite choice doesn't liberate us. It paralyzes us. When you can always swipe for someone better, commitment feels like settling. For the first time in history, dating became a marketplace. People became products. Profiles became packaging. But technology alone doesn't explain it, because apps affect men and women differently. And when researchers analysed the data, they found our first major twist. Here's the statistic dating apps don't advertise. On heterosexual apps, the top 10% of men receive approximately 60% of all matches from women. Meanwhile, the bottom 50% of men compete for scraps. For women, the pattern reverses. Most women receive matches consistently. But that abundance creates its own problem. An average woman can receive dozens, sometimes hundreds, of messages per day. But quantity is not quality. Most messages are generic, low effort, or aggressive. Women aren't rejecting men because they're spoiled for choice. They're exhausted by filtering noise to find signal. The result: men experience invisibility, women experience overwhelm. Both feel unseen, both feel frustrated. But here's the twist researchers didn't expect. When they interviewed young people, they didn't blame technology. They described something deeper. To understand modern dating, you need one psychological concept: the difference between validation and connection. Validation is a hit. Dopamine. Feels good for a moment, then fades. You need another hit. Connection builds slowly. Requires vulnerability, time, investment. Here's the problem. Dating apps are optimized for validation. They deliver hits faster than any human interaction ever could. And over time, your brain adapts. Dopamine desensitization. When you're constantly stimulated, your dopamine receptors downregulate. You need more hits to feel the same pleasure. This is why a genuine conversation can feel boring compared to swiping. You're not broken. You're neurochemically adapted. Approach anxiety 2.0. There's a second factor. Approach anxiety has always existed, but modern dating intensified it. Why? Because rejection today feels public. A man approaching in person now risks being recorded, mocked, labelled creep, and broadcast to millions. Whether this happens often doesn't matter. The perception of risk changes behaviour. Men withdraw, women wonder where all the confident men went. But psychology didn't change in isolation. Culture shifted underneath us. Consider Jake. Jake is 28, IT worker, friends, hobbies, stable income. By any measure, Jake is normal. Jake has been on dating apps for 3 years, 40 matches, 4 dates. Each date, same pattern. Good conversation, laughter. Let's do this again. Then, silence. Jake doesn't blame women. He doesn't post in angry forums. He just doesn't understand. He was raised to be kind, respectful, emotionally open. He is kind, respectful, open, and he is invisible. Now consider Maya. Maya is 29, master's degree. Career she built herself. She doesn't need a provider. She needs a partner. Maya receives plenty of attention, but most falls into 3 categories. Men who want casual but pretend they want more. Men who invest 0 effort. Men who seem interested until she sets a boundary. Maya has learned to read signs quickly. She's not playing hard to get. She's playing hard to survive. The missed connection. Jake and Maya live in the same city, probably share values, might make each other happy. Their paths never cross. He's afraid to approach, she's afraid to be approached. 2 people, both wanting connection, separated by an invisible wall. This brings us to the 3rd revolution. For most of human history, relationships followed a script. Not always fair, not always happy. But everyone knew the lines. Men provided, women depended. Then, in about 60 years, a blink in evolutionary time, that script disappeared. The script erasure. Each change was necessary. Each change was liberating. But liberation has a hidden cost. When you remove an old structure, you must build a new one. We never finished construction. The masculinity trap. Men today receive 2 conflicting manuals. From grandfathers, be strong, silent, provide, don't cry. From modern culture, be vulnerable, emotionally available, share the load. Both contain truth, both contain fiction. Here's the problem no one talks about. Research on attraction, the pre-conscious kind, shows women's preferences haven't changed as fast as culture. Evolution doesn't disappear in 60 years. Men are told to be soft. But observe that softness doesn't always attract. So they oscillate. Too hard, then too soft, never finding balance. The femininity trap. Women receive their own contradictory script. Be independent, not intimidating. Be ambitious, not competitive. Be nurturing, not a pushover. The modern woman is expected to be everything to everyone. When she fails, and she will, she's labelled cold, picky, or damaged. The expectation gap. In the past, people entered relationships hoping to build together. Today, people expect partners to already be complete. We forgot that humans are projects, not products. Let's be clear about what both sides face. For men, social circles have collapsed. In 1990, average man had 3 close friends. Today, 1. 15% have 0. When a man has no friends, his partner becomes his only source of intimacy. That's not attractive, that's suffocating. For women, the have-it-all burden means do-it-all. Career, family, social life, fitness, dating. The mental load is exhausting before the first date. Plus the safety tax, sharing location, arriving early to scout exits, constant risk calculation. This isn't paranoia, it's survival. The cruel paradox. Men are starving for attention. Women are drowning in it. Neither is winning. After all this, one question remains. What do we do? 1. Reclaim third places. Environments outside home and work where people gather naturally. Climbing gyms, book clubs, sports leagues, volunteer groups. Build a life so full that dating becomes a supplement, not a solution. 2. Learn emotional literacy. Men. If Stoicism is dead, men need a new skill. Identifying, articulating, and regulating feelings. This is the foundation of modern intimacy. 3. Curate ruthlessly. Women. Unmatch anyone who doesn't invest effort. Take breaks from apps. Protect your mental energy. Create space for genuine connection to survive. 4. Embrace directness. In a world of ambiguity, clarity is power. After a few dates, I'm not interested in seeing others. How do you feel? This might scare away someone not ready. Good. That saves time. The goal isn't to convince someone to want you. It's to find someone who already does. So, is modern dating broken? Wrong question. Modern dating isn't broken, it's unfinished. We dismantled old structures because they were unfair. Good, but we forgot to build new ones. We gave people freedom without a map. We optimized for choice and wondered why commitment declined. The red flags in modern dating were never the people, they were the system. Apps designed to keep you single. Social media selling comparison. Cultural confusion leaving everyone unsure. Technology gave us new ways to meet. It never taught us how to connect. The game changed. The question isn't whether the old rules were better. The question is whether we're brave enough to write new ones. Together. If you like the video, then hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so we can grow the channel together.